It was very chaotic today, a bit of a mess to be honest. Especially the second red flag, I think that was really unnecessary today. That could have easily been solved with a virtual safety car or a safety car at most. But yeah, we got that red flag, and then you basically create even more trouble, because then you go out on very cold tires, the safety car is driving super slow, and then you arrive to the grid with stone cold tires, and you could see everyone in turn one was having a lot of trouble, and especially the cars in dirty air. They, nobody crashes on purpose, but everyone went wide or had a touch, and yeah, it was just very chaotic.
This is an incredible result for us. We came here, thinking the car was the same. So we were thinking it's going to struggle for a few races until we can find some sort of upgrade to bring later on down the line, and that could be like 5 races away. So we're like just gonna thug it out for like 5 races and see how we do. But for us to qualify on the front 2 rows and then be in the mix with both first and second for a second, oh my God, it was really super exciting, and really unfortunate for George because he was doing such a great job. But to have a great battle with Fernando was really awesome.
It was not an easy race. I think matching the pace of Mercedes was not easy. Also Ferrari and Alpine, they were putting some pressure behind me. So yeah, I tried to force a mistake from Luis all race long, tried to get close, but he drove fantastically well as a champion he is, and no mistakes. I only remember one lockup in 10:13 in 58 laps. So yeah, it was not possible today to put pressure, but we take P3.
I think we got away with some stuff going wrong at the end. I had my big lockup, and I was kind of running in third, and then I went off the track just with the tires being super cold. And Fernando got hit and spun, and then I think we lucked out with the timing of the red flags. So yeah, take it, some good points.
When you look where we started and how difficult it was to pass with the DRS train that we end up, we managed to limit a bit the damage from yesterday.
A good day, P6, some reasonable points for us. Same for Oscar, to have him in the points at the same time. We just stayed out of trouble, which was the biggest challenge today, is avoiding the people locking up and causing chaos. So yeah, I'm happy the team have done a good job, and we deserved it.
It was wild and a bit messy at times. I think we have to look through how everything happened and what the actions were. It was a lot of things happening. It was very dynamic. Had a super start, I think, this third time around on softs, and came up through to P4 actually. Shame that there were a few incidents and they reflected. Otherwise, there could have been a really strong result today.
Yeah, happy to be in the points. What better place to do it than at home? Yeah, I think we were there when it mattered, and whatever bad luck we had in the first 2 races, I think came out as good luck today. So no, we avoided all the carnage there at the end when we needed to be, and yeah, I think in clean air the pace was pretty solid for both me and Lando. I think for me, just got stuck behind Yuki for too long, and kind of got dragged out of the race. So yeah, a few things to improve from my side, but for now, just happy to be in the points here at home.
At the end of the day, it was a good result for me to grab my first points of the season, but if the red flag didn't came, or we could be finished maybe P8, P7. But yeah, nevertheless, I was happy with the progress we made, considering we were starting at the back of the grid today. The car was a lot more racy compared to yesterday, so I feel like I was able to fight in the mix with, let's say, the guys around me, so I was happy.
I mean, without red flag, I scored points P5, so the instance happens was behind myself after I passed the Pierre, so even without instant, I was having a P5, so I had a mega start after red flag, so it's really a shame. It's a bit frustrated. I ended up P10, but still first time in scoring points in the season, and yeah, we should take that. Yeah.
I don't think I saw you on the telly once today. What was your race like?
Lonely. Yeah, it was not that much action until action started at the end. It was for me quite unfortunate that we took a risk on the strategy, so I pitted on lap 1. We got to the hard tire, aiming to do the whole race with the hard. But then the red flag after meant that everybody was more or less on the same strategy, so couldn't get advantage of that. And yeah, then pitted for the soft towards the end, just before the red flag came, and then everybody was in soft again. So just didn't have much luck on the red flags today.
Hey Carlos, what are your thoughts on that 5-second time penalty?
No, sorry, right now I cannot talk. I'm too angry, too disappointed, I just cannot say anything. I prefer to go to stewards, get the penalty away, because I don't think I deserve it, and it's the most unfair penalty I've seen in my life.
Hey Pierre, for one lap that would have been an incredible result. Just sum up your emotions right now.
I don't have anything to say. I'm just extremely disappointed, and just want to remember the positive. We didn't expect to be fighting one Ferrari and to have Alonso in my sights for most of the race, so that's what we remember. The rest, I just have no comment for now, and I'm way too disappointed to be standing here and looking these guys doing one lap.
It's difficult to digest, and yeah, obviously that last restart, very chaotic start, a lot of cars off the track. Obviously Pierre came back off the track to on the track, and left me no room, and we collided, but no hard feelings. They could have been anyone, and he came and apologized. So it's all good on that side. It's just that. Yeah, I mean, it never seemed to tick on our way this weekend.
Logan said that he's sorry, obviously, for clubbering you out of the race. What's your kind of emotions right now, ending up in the gravel?
Can happen. Everyone can make a mistake and a misjudgment, and yeah, it's a racing incident. We'll move on and hope for a better race next time.
I felt like I braked where I did on the previous 2 starts, but just seemed like nothing was up to temperatures, brakes, tires. Hit the pedal, and it was immediate. Both fronts locked, and there was nothing I could do from there. So sorry to Nick. I didn't want to end the day like that. It was a tough enough day as it was, and yeah, it was disappointing to end like that.
Can you just talk me through that moment that you had? Looked like a big hit as well.
I didn't even feel it, so it definitely wasn't something that felt big in the car, but it was enough to crack the rim and take the tire off. So unfortunately we went P12, so I think at that time it didn't look like I was going to be able to score points. I think we got unlucky with the red flag because we just pitted out of P11, and we seemed to be quicker than the next couple of cars, so I was fairly confident at that stage of the race, and then we pitted under the safety car and just have to pit it and turn into a red flag, and then everyone puts their tires on and goes to the end, so I was last. So not my day.
I guess when it's not your day, it's not your day, and pretty disappointed initially with the decision to red flag the race, but I thought we made the right decision. Pitting I think was the right call under the safety car. I was surprised when I saw Lewis and Max stay out, and I was kind of pretty pleased when I saw that, because I thought it was played right into my hands. The restart was great, but the strategy decision was the right one. It's just such a shame to be stood here right now.
Hey Alex, firstly, how are you feeling? Because that looked like a big impact.
Yes, all fine. More disappointed and sorry for the team than anything else. We had a great car today. I think even the first few laps of the race we were strong. We were really happy with the car. It was just yeah, very unfortunate.
Hey Ashal, it was really tight obviously running down to turn 3. What's your read of what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, turn 1 I took it easy. Turn 3 I wasn't really planning an overtake at first on Lance. Then I saw that he had to brake very early because of Fernando in front that was braking early. So I released the brakes and put myself alongside Lance. And then Fernando had to brake even more, so Lance found himself between me and Fernando. And he couldn't turn in, and we had contact. I'm not pointing the finger on Lance because I think he just had no choice once Fernando slowed down the car the second time, and for me it was just impossible to see whether Lance was staying behind Fernando or he was just in between, which I obviously didn't think that he was there. So yeah, just extremely frustrating. I mean, it's the worst start of the season ever, really.